Good evening. Welcome to the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show with Coach Mike. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I urge you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, you can reach me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you this Monday evening, just like it is every week around this same time in the 7 o'clock hour here on the Coach Mike Real Estate Call-In Show. First things first, if this is your first time checking out our show, please get involved. Record yourself asking a relevant and pertinent real estate question and submit it to the Monday Night Live call-in hotline on the number that's on your screen right now. Submit your video. Our staff is always checking out those videos, and maybe, just maybe, you'll have your question answered on tonight's show. Man, without any further ado, I want to introduce to our audience my co-host. Not only is he a highly successful real estate broker here in the state of Texas, but he is also the co-founder of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. I want to thank him so much for carving some time out his schedule to be here with us this week. And I'd like to introduce to our audience, Coach Mike, Mr. Michael G. Davis. What's going on, brother?
What's up? What's up, people? Man, Rick. Oh, man, it's so glad to be back on this Monday. It seems like forever that we've been able to do this, bro.
Oh, man, it's an honor and a pleasure. Like I say, man, I get such a joy out of doing this show with you every Monday night, man, because I feel like we're able to be right there on the pulse of what's going on in the market. Considering that it's Monday night, all the agents and professionals are fresh off of busy weekends. And I always feel like we're getting those questions that are extra relevant to the real estate professionals right now. So that's the great thing about doing this show with you on Monday nights.
Absolutely, man. I can't wait. Yeah, I love to jumpstart the week off right. Give them some opportunities to where they can ask whatever questions, whatever challenges or scenarios they've dealt with. We're here for them on Mondays to field their questions and help put them on the right track.
Hey, man, before I ask you, Coach Mike, what's been going on this weekend in the world of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, I want to invite everyone in the audience to get involved in the comment section. If you're checking us out tonight on Facebook Live, please do not be shy. Enter and put in a question or a comment in the comment section. Coach Mike and I are always continuously checking that section out, and you'll be surprised how often those questions are the ones that Coach Mike finds time to answer live on the show. So, like I mentioned earlier, Coach Mike, man, what's been going on this past weekend, last week in the world of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm?
Man, we've been having some just outstanding events going on, man. We did our first founders lunch. That's something that me and my co-founder Larry W. Brooks are going to begin doing once a month, where we bring people in. So shout out to Grottos. Had about 10 very close, near dear individuals to the company that's helped us grow and move. So we wanted to show our appreciation, and we brought them in. So we had our very first inaugural one. That was exciting. But what I'm super excited about was our real estate summit. Man, we did our mapping your way to homeownership real estate summit. Shout out to Bethel's family, the church at Bethel's family. I had close to 200 people come to the summit to learn about what it takes for them to get into a home. I had 15 Brooks and Davis agents come out and volunteer. We were definitely in the building, had our t-shirts on representing. We were the title real estate company. And yes, it was an amazing event. So super proud of it. Already got next year's date inked, October 8th, 2022. Doing it again, man.
Absolutely.
So, we are just, look, man, we're not just a regular real estate company. We're out here doing big things and ready to put people in the houses, man. That's what's needed.
No, I mean, it's amazing because you mentioned how the turnout, it was over 200 people there at the real estate summit. So what kind of feedback did you get after the event as far as those new agents with Brooks and Davis that may have been experiencing their first real estate summit over at Bethel's family?
Hey, man, they were blown away because, I mean, they really didn't have they had no idea of what to expect. It's funny you asked that, Rick. We just today, like right before we jumping on Monday Night Live, I did like a real quick training with some of those agents that came out, because guess what? I mean, Rick, we had over 150 leads, man. These are leads, people saying they're looking to purchase, buy a house. So I brought them together, talked to them, going to start distributing some of those leads out to them. It was a quality event, something that can really jumpstart Brooks and Davis going into the new year and set people up to win.
And it's crazy because with that much activity and positive energy coming off of the weekend, I'm expecting these questions this week on Monday Night Live to just be fire. So, hey, look, brother, without any further ado, man, I know these questions are hot and ready to get out here and be presented to you. So if you don't mind, let's get to question number 1.
Man, let's see what they got for us today.
Let's do it.
Hey, Coach Mike. My name is Adriana from Houston, Texas. I actually have a question. I got a random phone number texting me that they wanted investment properties in the greater Houston area. I just wanted to see what you would recommend doing with that lead.
Man, all right. So boys out here getting these random text messages from these bots. Probably, the interesting thing is, Rick, is that technology is so crazy these days where people can send out 10,000, 20,000 mass text message blasts just to see if anybody's going to respond. So that sounds like that's one of those ones, right? We have over 45,000 licensed real estate professionals. So if I got enough money as an investor, I may spend, a couple of thousands of dollars to send out a text to all 45,000, realtors in the Metroplex, just seeing if any of it sticks. What I would tell her, you could reach out, follow, respond to the text message, see what goes from it. But I really think that those guys are sitting back, waiting to see what text responses come back as it relates to properties for sale, or opportunities to partner with, say, new agents that don't necessarily know no better. That investor or put them to work, get them to do a bunch of leg work, gathering data, but not really make any true commitment to working exclusively with that person. So if I was brand new, just out of curiosity, I would recommend you to follow back up. But as a seasoned vet in these streets, I'm ignoring that text.
It's funny because like you said, with all the leads that were generated this weekend, I'm sure some of those people may be looking to do something a bit less traditional as far as real estate investment, may be looking to do something more of like a buy and hold, or something where they may be looking for more long-term appreciative value. So it's always good as an agent to be able to separate those viable leads, those leads that can actually turn into true real estate transactions and business versus, like you say, some of the bots and advertising vehicles and marketing vehicles that a lot of agents use.
Because, the one thing I can say, Rick, I've been licensed up close to 20 years, and I rarely hit a random out of the blue turn into something. Usually when it's just random, don't know where it came from, it's too good to be true. Most of the time it is too good to be true. So you gotta as a real estate professional, as a salesperson, you have to develop yourself into an ability to go out and attract business, right? Through creativity, through intentional activity, begin to draw people that have a real estate need that you can help, be able to draw those people to you on a consistent basis. That's something that can be taught. And once you crack that code, man, the sky's the limit for your business.
Hey, man, like I said before, I urge everyone in the audience, man, take notes, write down some of these gems, because if you haven't necessarily confronted this challenge yet, chances are, as you're out there and you're engaging, you're doing more transactions, some of these things that might be more in a gray area that's not necessarily black or white is going to come across your desk. And it's some of the advice that Coach Mike is presenting on these shows that might be able to help you make a good decision as opposed to one that'll cause you to have issues and problems.
Absolutely.
Hey, man, that's a great response, Coach. I like you being so candid. I appreciate everything that you're doing. You'll be surprised how many people hear these Monday Night Lives and you're able to touch on some of the subjects. But if you wouldn't mind, man, we got another question on deck, man. So let's get to question number 2.
Man, I think I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Hey, Mike, this is Erica from West Houston in the Energy Corridor neighborhood. Listen, I have a question. How can I engage my social media followers, right, with distributing real estate content? How can I engage?
Oh man, that's a great question. Matter of fact, that's probably a better question for you, Rick. I mean, you the social media king.
No, I mean, the thing is that I appreciate the question. The thing is now is that, especially depending upon what social media platform you're talking about, there's so many different avenues and third parties that you can subcontract and work with to get certain social media and real estate information put out in a way that your following and those in your audience can actually digest and use. So you'll be surprised, man. I always tell people, when you post a picture or you post something as far as a closing or a new listing and people like and tell you thank you and congratulations, engage with everyone who leaves a comment. You'll be surprised how surprising I've been when I actually like a post or like a picture, leave what it seems like a normal, innocuous comment. And the person who posted it is like, oh man, thanks a lot, man. We've been working really hard on that. And I appreciate the thumbs up. It's those small things, Coach Mike, you'll be surprised. It's those small things that people appreciate. And it's those small things that get your audience more engaged in all of the content. Because a lot of times with social media, especially from a real estate sphere, you're posting something almost on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. So no interaction is too small, and no post is so interactive with that it's overwhelming. So I always just urge everyone, especially on social media, man, engage with the likes, especially anyone who reaches in inbox and thank you and congratulate you, and also do the same thing vice versa. You'll be surprised how often people who may follow us on Instagram, when you follow them back and take a look at their page, you'll be surprised how engaged you'll be in some of their content as well. So
absolutely, man. You know, I think sometimes, Rick, what a lot of us miss is we're too caught up on I need to do something with the social media, but don't necessarily know what to do. Like, don't necessarily know how to use it as a tool. Yes. And I think we tend to overthink it, because the reality is it's called social media for a reason. Like, it's meant for you to socialize. It's meant for you to engage. We get caught up on the right content. Like, we want to post something, we want it to go viral, and we miss the biggest part of the socialization aspect of it. Like, you are supposed to be going on other people's pages. You are supposed to be engaging and interacting with them on kind of their life, and kind of, as you see a window, they've opened up a window into their life. You're supposed to respond and react to that window, versus you always trying to get people to respond and react to you. So I think, especially as it relates to social media, the biggest thing for a realtor is you got to have a plan of what you're going to use it to do. Like, what do you want to do? Like, it's got to be one of these two things, Rick. Either you entertaining people or you educating people.
Yeah,
that's what it's got to be with your posts, because that's what gets people to pay attention. The biggest thing is that, yeah, you want to grow your following, you want to grow your audience, but you want to make sure that you nurture and you're engaging your audience that's already paying attention to you. You know, that's why I love doing shows with you, Rick, because something like this is an opportunity for us to engage our audience that's already determined. And, you know, these are some cats that we rock with, that we like, you know, engaging with them. These are the kind of vehicles that give them an opportunity for us to, you know, engage with one another on social media, man. And I love it.
And I challenge everyone in our audience, next time you have a entrepreneurial related post, a real estate related post, engage with everyone who likes and or comments with that post. Take some time, go to their page, and leave a page specific reply about their page on your page. And I challenge everyone to do that and say that they don't see tangible results as far as interaction with the audience.
Absolutely, man. I think we just make it harder than it needs to be, Rick.
Right.
Just, tap into something that you enjoy doing and then figure out the best platform to implement it on. Like, I love coaching. I love teaching. So I just look to figure out a way of, how can I do something that I already enjoy doing, but do it in such a way where some people may be willing to engage with me, or they may be willing to pay attention to what it is that I'm saying.
And I also feel like I would be remiss if I didn't mention all the online education that's available in that particular social media marketing space, especially for real estate professionals, realtors. There are numerous online trainings that you can find that'll give you a basic setup of not only how often you should post on social media, but also some of the third-party companies that can allow you to organize and be consistent with those posts as well. So definitely just do a little due diligence, some Google searches, some YouTube videos, and I'm sure you can find some viable resources to learn more about that particular industry.
Absolutely. Well, guess what? Prime Real Estate Rick, man, looks like we have a question from our audience. Speaking of social media engagement, man.
Yes.
So it looks like we have Tempest LaFontaine says, not sure if this has been asked, but what is your opinion on agents establishing themselves as an LLC? I'm in a new agent group on Facebook, and apparently this is becoming a thing to protect themselves from. All right. Well, definitely appreciate you engaging with us, Tempest, and asking your question. I believe someone did ask us this question once before, and we're going to answer it the same way. We're going to answer it now the same way we answered it back then.
Right.
If you're a new agent, until you figure out how to make money, until you figure out how to begin to until you help people, until you're helping people, until you're doing business, you really haven't put yourself in a vulnerable situation. Like, you haven't really placed yourself in a situation to get sued, or for your personal assets for somebody to go after your personal assets. So it's not something that you really need to be protecting yourself from. You don't need to be spending your energy on protecting yourself from something that is not even happening, right? You first need to learn how to put yourself in a situation to where somebody want what you got. Like, if you ain't making no money in real estate, ain't nobody coming for you. Like, ain't nobody trying to sue you. Like, you ain't got no money. So you need to be spending your time on putting yourself in a position to where you are working with clients. You're doing some deals. You're making some money. You're bringing some stuff. You got some stuff in the bank, right? You got some things that you can lose. Then you start worrying about, how do I put my barriers of protection up so I don't get caught? Don't get messed over. Here, but I always take it back to the golden rule, Rick. Treat others how you want to be treated, right? Do right by people. You do right by people, then 9 times out of 10, you're going to be good. I'm not saying be naive, right? Bad things happen to good people all the time. But for the most part, if you do good business, you serve people the right way, you care about your clients, you focus on getting better and educating yourself, then some of these other things that distract new agents, you ain't even got to worry about that, because that's distracting you from what you should be focused on, is building your business, getting clients, getting leads, and putting yourself in a position where somebody does want to come after you.
He said you got to make some money before somebody actually go worry about taking it.
You ain't got no money. Like, they're not coming for you. They're not coming for you. I promise you.
But I do want to mention, though, a lot of times everyone's tax situation, legal situation can always be a little different. So I would always be wary of taking advice that you find in general forums and general chat rooms. And I always advise, and this is just clients that I've worked with, business professionals that I've had opportunity to network with, is always refer to your own personal tax professional first and your own legal professionals as well. Because depending upon what your specific goals are for yourself and your organization and what it is that you're trying to build, there are different ways to structure a lot of the things that you'll see people discussing in chat rooms and in different forums like that. So
But
from
Rick,
that standpoint,
hey, but
go
look,
ahead.
but Rick, before you do it though, go make some money.
Well, I think what'll happen is I think people will realize that, Michael, when they realize that tax professionals and lawyers don't work for free.
Right.
So when you start organizing yourself from that standpoint, you got to bring the bag with you.
You gotta bring the bag with you, man. Come on, man.
No, man, every week, Coach Mike, we around the same time of the show, I always ask you to just talk to our audience a little bit about the week and how it's structured at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm.
Absolutely.
Just about every day of the week, there's either a different training, a different networking event that's geared to not only build the Brooks and Davis real estate roster of real estate professionals, but also it's there to educate and inform the general public of buyers, sellers, and investors. So with our audience, Coach Mike, could you just share a little bit about what's going on at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm this week?
Absolutely, man. I love, when I'm doing meeting new people that are looking to sign up with Brooks and Davis or learn more about us. I love being able to tell them that we do 5 to 8 events per week, right? Just seeing their face and they're like, "What? Y'all doing that much activity? Like 5 to 8 events per week." We're constantly focused on making sure that we have a slate full of things of activity for the marketplace, because I spoke earlier about getting developed to the point to where you know how to draw and attract business. Well, that's how you do it. You do it by being active. You do it by focusing on continuing to provide value to the marketplace. So through our events, through our content, through our shows, we're always looking to be able to provide value to the marketplace, because through my years being in this business, I've seen a return on that time and time again. So with that being said, we got another pack-filled week coming up. Tomorrow, I'm going to be interviewing a dear friend of mine. We've been in real estate a long time together. Missy Kyra Burnham. She has her own brokerage firm, so I'm going to be interviewing her on the Real to Life podcast tomorrow when we go live again on our Facebook business page. Super excited about interviewing and my conversation with Kyra. Also, we're going to be doing tomorrow at 2:30. We go live again on our Facebook and business page. We're going to be talking about our mastermind through tough times. And everybody's heard about Megan Thee Stallion and her new connection with Popeyes. So we're going to be talking about watch as we dress up as Megan Thee Stallion's hottie sauce for Halloween.
Oh, wow.
That's what we're going to be talking about on tomorrow at 2:30. We got a great contract. So once a quarter, Rick, we like to do one of our simulcast trainings on contracts. So we're doing that this Wednesday coming up. Contracts 101. We're going to be doing condominium contracts this time. A lot of people are familiar with the Wonderful Family, but that condominium contract can be a little tricky sometimes as well. So we're going to be doing that on Wednesday at 12. In addition to our orientations going to be at 2 on this Wednesday. And then we're also doing another virtual training, simulcast training with one of our partners, affiliates. He's actually one of our affiliate members out of Dallas. He's an insurance agent. Mr. Kevin Ards is going to be doing a training for us on this Thursday at 12 o'clock as well. So we got a lot of stuff going on as always. Make sure that you don't have to be licensed. I mean, you don't have to be with Brooks and Davis to take part in any of our events. As long as you're licensed, you can attend any of our trainings and any of our lunch and learns, any of our happy hours, anything that we do, you can attend. But we just got to make sure that you RSVP. So you see the link up on the screen, reserve your seat, jump in the ecosystem with us because we are staying active. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
And I want to make sure I mention, Coach Mike, because one of the most powerful things that you guys offer at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm is not only the trainings, but the continuing education credit that can be earned by attending those trainings. So all Brooks and Davis agents, man. We all can get our CE credits, man. So definitely check out those trainings and take advantage of any of those opportunities that they present themselves.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then, man, I think we got another thing going on Thursdays at 12:30, don't we? Don't we do something?
Oh, no, absolutely, man. Every Thursday at noon Central, I want to invite everyone to check out the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. You can see it live on Facebook and Instagram every Thursday at noon. New episodes debut on our YouTube channel at the Prime Real Estate Network every Sunday at 6 p.m. If you've never taken the opportunity to check out the Prime Real Estate Network podcast, I invite everyone to check out last week's episode 153. For all those listing agents, you can learn a lot because that week's guest is Miss Leonie Hunter. She's a home staging and interior designing professional that owns her own company. And she talks about how to get maximum price for your listings by having the home staged effectively and efficiently. So thanks for giving me that love, Coach Mike. I hope I had a chance to dunk that one down for you, brother.
Come on, man. I had to throw that line to you, brother. Matter of fact, Leonie was one of the vendors at the Real Estate Summit.
Look at you, man. Stop it. Stop showing out, bro.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, man.
Coach Mike with the keys to the city. Coach Mike got the keys to the city.
Hey, man, I think, I don't know if we have enough time, man. We got one more question from the audience. You want to try to address that?
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Absolutely.
I mean, because that's what we here for, right? We here to answer their questions, Rick. We want to make sure we try to get all of them.
Right.
So she says, what do the Real to Life podcast to get to know new agents? What is one expectation you guys had when you decided to go into real estate? And what was the one thing that came as a shock to you? Hey, man, that's a good question.
That's an outstanding question.
That's a phenomenal question. All right, so I'm gonna answer it first, man, and then I'll throw it to you. Okay. So when I got into real estate, man, I wanted to make money. Like I'm like, bro, I want to get out here. Yeah. I hear people making money. They say you need to get in here, and I felt like it was something that I could do part time because I still had my day job. I was a chemical engineer, and they was like, man, you can do it part time. You know, as a stream of income. I was on my got to get my streams of income going because I want to be wealthy. They say you need to have 7 streams of income to have that level of security. So I'm like, yeah, I saw it as a stream of income. So when did I get punched in the mouth, right? Like, when did I get shot? When I realized, hey, man, this ain't something that you can do part-time. And you know, at some point, you got to transition. Number one, that was one of the things that shocked me. Another thing that shocked me was, it's hard, man. It's hard out here to be, you got to be patient, a level of patience, a level of understanding, being patient with the process. You know, when I look back, you know, hindsight 2020, I had no clue of what to expect. You know, that's where I go to really sum it all up. Like what I experienced in real estate and through my journey through real estate, if I had to go back in time to that moment when I decided I wanted to become a realtor, I had no clue of what was about to happen. I had no frame of reference. I had nothing that I read or seen or anything had prepared me for what it was really going to be like. So that was kind of my experience, Rick.
No, and then I want to definitely give a big shout out to the audience, especially Ms. Tempest LaFontaine, because audience, this is what we're talking about. This is a question straight from the live comment section that was just so intriguing that we have to answer it live on the air. So to answer that question, my initial motivation, similar to yours, I was looking for something that could help me generate generational wealth, financial security, without just overly simplifying it, chasing the bag. Now, what was the biggest surprise is that once you're licensed and you choose a career in real estate, in my opinion, what you're choosing is a career in public service. Not different from being a professional educator, teacher, social worker, guidance counselor, because in real estate, the foundation of everything is your responsibility to provide a service to the public. It is not anything, once you're actually in it and you're actually working and changing lives on a regular basis, I was surprised at how little it turned into being about the money and how much it morphed into being more about the public service, the philanthropy, the charity, the charitable efforts, and being a man of the community. So I think that's the biggest surprise that I've gained from my personal real estate journey.
No, man, that's a great response, brother. I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. Once you stop chasing the bag and you just want to help as many people as possible, you want to serve as many people as possible, man, that man just can't. I mean, that money just won't stop chasing you once you get there, man.
I'm telling you, and that's one of the biggest things I always tell people who ask me, you know what I'm saying, who say they're interested in a career in real estate. And I let them know, I was like, well, being a professional realtor and having a license is about education. It's about inspiring and motivating. If that's something that's within your core competencies as a professional and entrepreneur, go for it. If you are just looking for the biggest personal financial return for yourself, there's a myriad of ways to invest in real estate.
Yeah.
Where it can be about you, your family as a sole entity, and it can be a for-profit business. So if that's something that you're looking to get into, you can definitely do it from that investor angle as well. So I just want to make sure I share that with everyone in the audience who may be thinking about taking the plunge, but is not quite sure about how they want to go about getting that done.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, man, another phenomenal show, Rick. Come on, man.
Hey, man, you was deep in there, man. You was in your bag tonight, brother. So I hope everyone in the audience, man, can take advantage of the gems you were laying out, because it's kind of cool. It's almost like a refresher coming off the weekends to be able to do this on Monday nights. Because you know how most people always have those feelings of the Mondays. So hopefully this Monday Night Live, man, can help everybody get comfortable with the grind week and look forward to getting after it the rest of this week, brother, man. Is there any final words you have for the audience before we sign off, Coach?
Oh, man. Hey, look, it's Monday, baby. We don't have the Mondays, man. We get pumped.
We getting after it. Come on now. We getting after it out here.
Running into the week, man. Running into the week. But look, if you are in the process of getting your real estate license, you know, serious business, or you're thinking about, or you're with a brokerage firm and you're thinking about, you know, that you need a change, like you need to get with a team, you need to get with an organization that's about the level of development and training that we're about at Brooks and Davis, man. I encourage you, schedule a one-on-one company introduction with me so you can learn more about how we train, educate, and support our agents, right? All you got to do is go to the link. The great thing is we got 3 locations now, right? So if you're in the Katy area, you ain't got to come all the way. You ain't got to come all the way in the NRG, baby. We'll meet you at the West location. You know, if you're coming from the Woodlands or Spring or Humble, you ain't got to come all the way to NRG, man. I wouldn't do that to you with the Houston traffic. We'll meet you at the North location. You know? We're not going to do you like that. All you got to do is click on the link, schedule an in-person, or we'll do it virtual, right? And you can meet wherever, you can stay wherever you at and then meet with me just to learn how serious we are about our agent support program. That includes one-on-one coaching, mentorship, and we even have a program for people that are not yet licensed through our affiliate membership that gives them access, gives them exposure to the practical elements of what they're going to be doing once they get licensed. So schedule the company introduction. Let's talk more about it. And, you know, I love to be able to share with them.
Hey, man, and I want to invite everyone, man. Stop by our website at brooksanddavis.com if you're studying to be a real estate professional, if you're getting ready to take your exam, if you've recently passed your exam. You want to learn more about the Brooks and Davis culture, check us out at brooksanddavis.com. On behalf of myself, Rick Davis, I want to thank everyone for checking out Monday Night Live with Coach Mike. If you need anything in the meantime, in between time, Coach Mike and myself are just a text, email, DM, or instant message away. So until next Monday night, everyone out there, be safe and be blessed. Start with the Monday Night Live, man.